All right, Shalom. First off, we want to start by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Rachak
Rakal
Kodash.
Kadash.
Double honors to our apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Salutation unto you, brothers, that's preaching this word in sincerity and faith. And Shalom unto you, faithful followers and believers thereof. We're just a couple of the brothers from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. I'm the brother Yari Allah.
I'm the brother Shamar.
Gabar.
Yeah, we just got together in the spirit, to build, going to an open forum pretty much, and Lord's will it be edifying unto the elect. We're just gonna jump straight into it.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Be therefore sober.
Yeah, that's right. And the end of what? The end of this rulership, the end of this kingdom, the end of wickedness as we know it. Hey, the ending of a heathenistic, pretty much power structure, man. Like it says in the Apocrypha, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So everything that's taking place, which is all prophecy based, it's all a means to a evil end. And also leading up to our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai's return.
Right. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta be sober-minded.
Right on.
And watching, because a lot of things are actually happening, man. And if you're not on your watch, that's why it was going to overtake you as a thief in the night with the coming destruction. Because clearly something is going on, with the whole situation that happened recently with the Esau getting took out. All right. Then you got Trump. He always doing something, passing bills or doing extreme acts, as well as the stuff going on the Middle East. It's always, recently some more shit just happened out there where they making threats back and forth as well as actually bombing back and forth. So it's like so many different things going on. This ain't the time to be caught up in the affairs of the world, like the scriptures say. You got to be sober minded and single minded at that, focused on the main thing that matters, which is this truth.
Yep. And we're literally in the midst of a total economic collapse. Like the scriptures say, they would think themselves to be in a good case because goods would be so-called sold cheap, not quoting verbatim. But this is the time that we're in, when they say peace and safety, pretty much the calm before the storm. The elder Gadawan, he sent us, we have a thread. He sent out a clip of the I believe I think he's the London Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister over there, and he was speaking about everybody over there is going to have a digital ID sooner than later, and they're clothing it pretty much they're clothing it by saying to protect from illegal immigrants, this, that, and the third, using that as an excuse. But we all know that this is just a step closer to the MARK, the CHIP.
And
so
you got him over there in the UK, speaking about the digital all, but then you got Trump over here speaking about Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, and we know.
Pastor Amrab was doing a lesson today where DJT was making a speech. He's very proud in his speech. He was speaking about the migrants specifically. He's talking about. He's not talking about Ishmael. He's not talking about Moab. He's not talking about Elam. We know he speaks about migrants. He's speaking about the northern kingdom.
Right.
And he said, he said, you over here. He said, you gonna it's gonna be like one of three things. Which he said, you're gonna go to jail, or you're gonna get sent straight back to your country. All right, and or something far worse is gonna happen. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gotta say no more.
Right. Yeah, and we know that Jacob's trouble pretty much culminates in the hour of temptation. So it all pretty much goes hand in hand. And whatever they're doing over there in the EU, Europe, pretty much London, that region, best believe is coming right over here too, man. So all the signs are there if you are on your watch,
Yeah,
And they doing the same thing out here in America. Like you said, they doing a digital ID out there. They're actually doing literally doing the same in America as far as they're trying to mandate the digital ID moving forward. You know, they've been trying to do that for the longest, but they kept pushing it back. But I believe it's coming up to that point to where it's going to be mandatory for everyone to have a digital ID and or a real ID, which is basically a digital ID.
Yeah.
You know, they calling it different things, but that's pretty much what it is. You know, a real ID, aka a digital ID, because that's pretty much all what they're doing with it.
That's right.
Yeah, because it all leading to the Quran and MOTB. The whole entire world is marching to the same drum.
That's right. Hey, what is it? You know, we can. You know, Jake can eventually grab that if the spirit permits. You know, it says he calls of all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get it right now.
You know, it's gonna be a global thing, just like during 2020 with the pandemic.
Yep.
That was a global event.
Well, who was the head of that global event when it went down? Who was discussing things like the WHO?
Yep.
And what is that about? It's about the World Health Organization.
Right.
So they all come together about what they plan to do with the whole world.
Yep.
Showing you, like you were saying, they're all on the same page.
Yep.
They're all stepping to the same beat.
Where they're all confederate.
Yep.
Yep. Also, like with the WEF, the World Economic Forum, world.
Yeah. So why is it about the world? You know, I thought like different countries got different rules and everything, but no, it shows you ultimately they're all on the same agenda.
Yeah, I thought these different countries had issues with each other. They can barely come to agreement with what do they call them? Peace treaties and ceasefires, and you know, they can barely agree on those things, but they can all get together and agree on this.
Right. Because World War III gonna pop off, but not until the MOTB is implemented.
Yep,
See, everything is going according to the Heavenly Father's will, prophecy.
Yep.
That's the only way you can make sense of everything that's going on in the planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But Revelation 13 and 16, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Yep. And everybody gonna have to get it. You know. All.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about your status.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a bum on the streets. You can be damn near brushing brushing shoulders with the lower level luminaries, for lack of better terms. You can be high up there in status. You can be low to a nobody. You're going to be required to receive that.
Yep.
Right. It says. And he called us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Yep. So if you the inmates, they gonna have to get it as well. Well, that's Esau may push that out as a so-called benefit to receiving it. He'll knock off your time, may let you free.
Yep.
You know, they showed that in the first Purge.
Yep.
You know, they had one noticeable character. It was like an older, bugged out Jake that received it. You know, he was like a test study pretty much. You know, I forgot. I haven't seen it in a second. I think they gave him some money or whatever. You know, but they was running test trials on through as Jakes and those who just wanted to volunteer in general. But this ain't gonna be. It's gonna be voluntary. It's gonna be, you know, you can volunteer for the first, you know, when he first rolls it out, but then it's gonna be mandated. Just like the Prime Minister over there, you know, within London said. He said, no, this is gonna be mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gonna have to get it if you want to work. Pretty much, if you want to be a part of this society, you're gonna have to receive this.
Yep. And it's all gonna be always under the guise of protection, security, all these different things. The terminologies he always like to throw out as far as making it seem like he's doing this for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And as far as like people that's like, you know, and right now, the world is in a situation where this is the worst case scenario it's ever been in.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people, you know, debt. They can't even the cost of living, and their debt ratio is way out of whack. So this is gonna be like the great so-called financial great reset, which is why he's able to reset it, is because now he has full control, and he's going to
why don't wacky tacky Christians thought September 23rd or September 24th would be the rapture? Jesus Christ was going to take them up. You know, because their breakdown is the rapture, they get taken up, then 7 years of tribulation, which means that they see tribulation is here.
Yep.
You know, hey, and Jesus failed them, so what's going to be their salvation, man? What's going to be,
That,
you know what I mean? What's going to make
know.
things right for them?
Yep.
Hey, what we finna go into?
That's
Karama, which is pseudo salvation.
There you go.
Yep. Because like
you got the white bitch. Salakia, bro. I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got the white bitch who was saying, man, like she's giving up the faith. So maybe I should tap into the Quran or whatever. She's like, but hey, I'm no longer into this Christian thing. You know, she gave up the faith.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much well, everybody gonna be at that point to where they already are at that point. They're ready to give up, and this is going to be their, like you said, their pseudo salvation, because they have no other way of them viewing themselves out of getting out of this situation.
Yep.
Because this is like the worst case scenario to be in. You got people that the so-called American dream, people that used to think that, oh, I'm gonna get married, have a family, get a home. That's way out of the realm of reality now.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to afford that. You literally can't even afford children down there with most people.
Or the I'm gonna go to school and, you know, get these degrees.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
have a career,
mm-hmm.
and that shit ain't happening. You know, now you got AI. People didn't take that into account. All these bug outs that's going to school for degrees or whatnot. Even people that's in the tech, because that was the biggest thing booming. You know, all these tech people out here in the Bay, SoCal. I mean, not SoCal, but you know, in the
damn, I forgot the word for it.
You know, yeah, but Silicon Valley. You know, all the tech jobs and everything. Hey, AI about to wipe all that shit out. Same thing with the trucker jobs. So it's like people didn't take these things into account, and they're literally not taking it into account until you're out of commission.
Right.
Ain't no more work for you, and then he gonna come with that, you know, that mark.
Which is funny because they would it was a point where they would blame, you know, the North, you know, chiefly Issachar. Oh, they're taking all the jobs. You know, Issachar is doing the jobs that these, you know, you Babylonians didn't even want to do in the first place. Yep. You know, just hustling. But now it's to the point where you can't blame a person. It's literally going to be artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's Esau. Yep. You know.
Yep. And that's going to lead right into 2nd Ezra 15 and 14, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's going to be too late. That's when they're going to rise up against the government.
Yeah, right. There ain't no other choice.
Yep. Revelation 13 and 16. He calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what you see going on. And you're going to see, just like how they got different phones out there, different companies, it's going to be the same shit. You already seen it happen. You got the Neuralink. You got other companies that's making the same type of technology. I believe Apple, they're trying to work on some shit like that. And then you had the same thing happening with Meta as well. They're just doing it with glasses, but eventually they're going to just say, look, we're going to just put some shit inside you.
Yep.
So it's like, you're seeing that everyone trying to slowly like nudge you in that direction to just be comfortable with it. Because, like, you know, with the Meta glasses, that's a new wave. Everybody all for that. Like, you got the shades on, you could see a text pop up in front of you, you could take video footage, this and that.
Yeah.
So they already kind of getting you comfortable with merging your man with machine.
They call it the Internet of Things.
Yep.
Well, it's all about the end goal. Just like with their trial, you know, they was testing the compliance of the people. Yep. There was many different jabs that you could have took.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Basically pick your poison.
Right.
But it's all the same thing, you know, and for the same reason. It's gonna be the same thing. It's the same thing with all this fucking technology.
Yep.
Same shit, but it's because ultimately it's all this, you know, it's still the mark. No matter who made it, whether it's Elon or fucking Apple, Meta, Google, no matter who created it or what version it is, it's all the same shit.
Well, it's like say if you want to go to eat, it's many fast food joints. You got McDonald's, you got Burger King, Wendy's, In-N-Out, like you can go on and on. But you know,
burger's a burger.
Yeah, they serving the same poison. Just that's why they have that saying, pick your poison.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Verse 17 it says is that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
Yep. And that's what it's going to get to, like that. Like I keep referring to that clip of that prime minister. He said it's going to be, and he's talking about an ID that you can carry, but really, you know, he's talking to the people like that. But really, it's gonna get to what we're reading about, what we're going into, to where that device is gonna be implanted in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he said he was saying that it's gonna be. He said this is gonna be mandatory, and you would not be able to work or do anything without having one.
Yep.
You know, so this is where you know, like I believe like the elder Quanah Wolf, he had, you know, that series, if I'm not mistaken, all roads lead to the mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end goal. You just see, that's the thing too. See, Jake just see everything that's happening, but not understanding. All right, why is this happening? Why is this devil doing this? Problem, reaction, solution. You know, all these events taking place. Why these new laws getting pressed out? Hey man, what's the end goal?
Well, Jake caught up in the bread and circus.
Yep.
Football season just started.
For sure.
That's all that anybody care about. Now they back, you know, every Sunday or every night during the week. You got different games going on.
Monday, Thursday, Sunday.
But then also this technology is so crazy that it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so crazy. The what they call it? You know, like the AI and you know, like I forgot what they call it. Like Drake drop a song, but it's not actually Drake. But it's fucking. It sound like them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's AI.
Artificial intelligence. AI.
Artificial intelligence. It's AI. Well, on a little podcast, you know, y'all on What Could Go Wrong, they was talking about it. They was actually talking about technology, and they were talking about neural links in the chip. And one of the niggas said, "Ooh, the mark of the beast." Like basically, like, oh, it's spooky. Like I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like y'all conspiracy theorists. Ooh, the mark of the beast. Well, in fact, it is. See, niggas gonna take it. Niggas so simple, they gonna take it.
Yep, it's all fun and games.
You know?
It's always fun and games until shit go down.
That's right. It's all fun and games till your ass burning.
Yep.
According to Revelation 14:9.
That's
Yep.
it.
And like you said, they making it seem like something cool because like with the new stuff for the new thing that Meta just made now with their new glasses, they got text messages that pop up in front of you in your eyes and then on the lens, and then you can respond as well without like, you know, using the phone. Then you got the Apple with the new Apple Pods. They got live translation, so somebody a fucking gook could be talking to you, and then it's gonna translate it to English right there in real time.
Well, remember, I think was it during 2020? It was huge. Like everybody was grabbing the was it the VR virtual reality?
Yeah, Oculus.
Yeah, the
so
Oculus.
That's Meta shit.
Yep.
So that was the what do they call that? The fuck, I forgot the term they was using for that, but pretty much it's like the you know, the digital world shit, AR or
AI. I mean, well,
it's cause like it's like you know, the digital world.
It's like an alternate reality.
Yeah.
For lack of better terms, like they have that movie, I think, Ready Player One.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the type. That's what Meta wanted to like try to create, but they ain't got the technology fully there.
A virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual reality, because they got the it's VR and then AR.
Mm-hmm.
The AR is the glasses and shit that they be using right now, and then the VR is the Oculus shit you putting the shit on, you know, over your eyes or whatever the fuck. But this just showing you that this society is so done that the only way for you to actually have some type of enjoyment.
Yep.
Is by you being in a fucking virtual reality, not even in actual reality.
Bugged out.
Yeah, it's bugged out. It showed you, like he said, Ready Player One. When as soon as that nigga took all that fucking the goggles and shit, you get back to the real world, it's fucking chaos. It looked like hell in society. But but they got all type of technology like that for you to be like playing some crazy shit on the VR, but then in the real world, shit's hell. And that's what America and the whole world is really headed to.
Yep. And it makes sense because Salakia.
Yeah, I was just a little scoff. That's why so many niggas waiting on GTA 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say that all these games, these little, you know, these VRs, the ARs, they're all a means of people escaping reality.
Yep.
You know, the bread and circus, because these people are, you know, whether they want to acknowledge it or not or admit it or not, they're catching holy hell, and it's only getting worse. You know, financially, you know, they may catching hell in their household. You know, catching hell at their job, just hell on all scales. And
hell at the tank, paying at the pump, hell at the grocery store.
You can't escape it. Their only escape is what? Video games, VR, movies, sports. You know, partying. You know, going out to festivities, you know, the little vacation that they can't afford, and then they got to go back to reality.
Hell.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It said, Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Mm-hmm.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. And you see that number everywhere.
Yep.
You know?
Straight up.
You see that number everywhere in so many things, man. Even within like false flags, man, you're gonna see 36 or 33, you know what I mean? That 6 is always there. Well, like Elder Yashwamba said, he said, hey, the big, beautiful bill, you put lowercase b's, what is that?
Yep. Damn. Yep. So right.
So it's here, man. You know, he's pushing it.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
I got
That was it on there. You got something?
Yeah. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. 1 Thessalonians 5:1, it says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
And you can see how that's going to be, how it's going to come as a thief in the night, because like we've been going into, everybody in America and in the world don't have a fucking clue what's going on, especially here in America, because at least in the other countries, they'll fucking protest and raise hell. But here in America, it's been so much BS that's been going on, and the people haven't done nothing but just be obedient slaves. By the time they do react, that's how you know that shit really it's done for real. Because these people don't bat an eye at nothing. The whole, 2020 happened. We telling y'all that it ain't good for you. You don't listen. Then years down the line, now the white man telling you that, this stuff fuck you up. But he's still pushing it at the same time. That's some crazy shit. For him to actually come out and tell you firsthand himself, out of his own mouth, different scientists and whatnot, that shit is killing you, then still telling you to go take that shit.
Yep. Still promoting it.
Like that's
because niggas are retarded. They're delayed. They slow.
Yeah.
You know, Apostle Carl was going to. He said, "Man, it's been for decades they've been telling Jake the so-called white man is the devil, and niggas was ready to kill him about it, man. Fighting tooth and nail against him, because they were telling him the so-called white man is the devil. But now Jake is seeing that, hey, this devil ain't playing.
Yeah. Well, even recently, dealing with the DJT, he came out recently and saying that like those different jabs they be requiring people to take. It's linked to causing autism in kids. That's why it's an epidemic with that.
Yeah, seen that.
So why do you think people gonna stop taking it? And that, cause like right after he said all that, guess what? You got women now being fucking demons that's pregnant. Like, he said that Tylenol causes autism if you take it while you're pregnant. They taking them shits like they candy.
Yeah, they started a challenge pretty much. It's like a TikTok little thing now.
A trend.
Yeah.
And that shows you like people, like you was just saying, these people are literally stupid. They're coming out and telling you this shit fucks you up. It fucks your child up, and then you got the woman just gonna be like, he said don't take Tylenol. They just eating that shit like candy. And then you gonna be bugged out when your kid fucked up when they come out.
Man, the Henny and the Plan B spirit, these hoes gotta go.
Yeah, they through, man.
Isaiah 32:9, man, is coming into full effect too.
That's right. That's right, man. Hey, cause that's coming to an end too. These, I'm not gonna go on a tangent on these wicked ass women, so called, because they're not true women. A woman is supposed to be subservient to the men. Yet, that's coming to an end too. All this so called liberty, this false sense of independency, shitting on the man, chiefly the Israelite man, really, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, using Esau as a weapon against the Israelite man, putting Jake on papers, just putting false charges. Hey, that's crazy. I think yesterday, Metro Boomin was fighting a rape charge, and this bitch said that she was doing shrooms, and then she had an epiphany. It reminded her back when he so-called raped her years ago, and then she brought him up on charges. He had to literally go to court and fight that, spend bread, and then he got found not guilty. But this is a reoccurring story for the man, but more importantly, the Israelite man, starting with Judah, the so-called black man. All right, and these women just come up with fake charges. All right, trying to get a quick bag, and they get the this, you know, the people to cope with them because they're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then when it, you know, after all this time getting demonized, what happened to innocent to proven guilty? That don't exist when it comes to Jake. Yet, after all this time and money and defamation takes place, and it comes to find out that they're found this woman was lying. You know, the one case dropped. All right, your name is clear, but your name is stained, and that woman get to go on freely.
Yeah, she get to go on about her life.
Yeah,
you know.
Or
but like they be saying, like said in the comments, she should receive the judgment that would have been, you know, declared upon him if he had actually done it.
Facts. Yep. You know, and
that's the society, man.
Yep. How many men are in jail or in a grave because of a wicked ass woman? So you women reign of terror. Really, your covenant, like the scriptures say, your covenant with death. You know. Like you made with Esau going back to the garden, that's all coming to an end as well. All this is coming to a complete end and good riddance.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, that's what these niggas get too, because it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, man, the woman whose heart is snares and net.
Yep.
All right, the only way to escape her is to fear the Lord.
That's right.
You know, especially you dealing with the end up, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Dealing with these women here in Babylon, the Great Period, man. You better be on point.
Yep.
You better desire or not for pleasure, man. You better start checking these hoes. Mental, man, checking their track record and seeing what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the type of men she deal with. You know, we were talking before we got on the line, man. You know, man, you better vet these hoes. Before we start the video, we were speaking about it a little bit. You better vet them, man.
Yeah.
These hoes toxic and into toxicity.
That's right. These hoes Satan, bro. You know.
Yep.
We'll go back to that, y'all.
Yep. I'll continue on. This is back in 1 Thessalonians 5:3 now. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them."
And we know that's false, man, because the scriptures say there's no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked.
Yep.
You know, there's a time in the season, according to Ecclesiastes the 3rd chapter, there's a time in the season for everything done under the sun. We're not in a time of peace. Well, the so-called white man's in power, and according to Proverbs 16:4, all right, the Lord created him for these times right now. He's in power for these times right here, for evil times.
I got a quick precept for Jake.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." Verse 9.
Bro's got it.
Yep.
Yeah, so they say the prophets that have been before thee have spoken of these things. So this isn't a new message, so to speak, but
right.
the main repeating factor is that the prophets always came out to prophesy prior to destruction taking place. And that's pretty much what it symbolizes with us being here, with us bringing out this word and being on the highways and hedges. Like this word spread, like it says in Matthew as well. This word has already been spread throughout the four corners of the earth, and that's why you're seeing the end is coming.
Yep.
Because the things that are taking place now, it'll never be happening. Like years back, bro, like even 10 years ago, hell, you wouldn't be seeing all this happening.
Nope.
The things that are happening now is literally unprecedented at this point. You know.
Well, but within the last 8 months, you know, this decade was crazy. But then within the last 8 months, I was just thinking today, man, throughout the outside for us being, you know, used to the straits, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's in straits, but it's even more harder on us.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, everyone's catching hell.
Yep. Exactly. Like like it goes into in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, the beginning of sorrows.
Yep.
And that's what you see going on. Because now, at one point, it was just, you know, mainly like we was in that straight gate, you know, catching hell. But now you see in the rest of the world, they're catching it. And these people are in the world. You know, you supposed to be doing it up. These people ain't even in that type of spirit no more. That spirit has been gone and never came back.
They keep trying to rekindle it.
COVID-19 pushed that spirit out the earth.
Yep. Verse 9. This the point right here. It says, "The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him." And what we were going into, which I'm gonna go back to in Thessalonians, You know, we're not we really never been in a time of peace, and it's only getting more evident. You know, like the brothers are going into. You know, we're the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and that's what comes with coming to serve the Lord. So like the second chapter, man, that constant being tried with temptation and being tried and refined, being put in the furnace of adversity, and it says to what?
Yeah, the
purging process, the water. It says to what? To constantly endure, because what? We're going to constantly be tried all the way to the end. We're talking about what? The hour of temptation.
Yep.
The time of Jacob's trouble, which they're both synonymous, and they're both, it's right around the corner. It's already brewing. Yet, the Lord has been preparing his faithful servants for this time to come. Meanwhile, the rest of our people, man, they have no clue, and they're not even ready for what's to come.
Yep.
And these false prophets, man, they're not giving out the proper warnings. Hey, really, they don't care. And them themselves, they gonna get caught up in what's to come, man. And really, they gonna get it the worst.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're clearly not in the time of peace, man. I'll go back to 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Yeah, and that was the main message that your boy DJT was talking about before even getting in reelected, so to speak. Making America great again. That was the main message. I'm gonna fix this. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna get everybody, more jobs, more of this. It's been nothing but hell.
We're gonna put America first.
Yeah, it's been put America first. You've been on the first on the list to get a foot up your ass. That's all. Ain't nothing good been coming to anybody here in America. Like, Jake was just saying, man, like everybody's catching hell. You go on the TikTok or YouTube, you see all these compilation clips, people just literally just making the diaries on the internet about how their life suck. You ain't
especially
never
these women.
Yeah, especially them. They've been cooked, because like now you can't, they've been relying on dudes to take care of them, but hey, niggas ain't got it no more. It's hard times.
Yeah.
Well, Trump said he finna cut back on them SNAP benefits too.
That
the teats,
man.
The teats.
That they've been abusing that for the longest, and now he's taking that shit away. It was one video clip I seen. The chick was like, it was an end up, of course, but she was like, she was viral for like showing everything she was buying with her stamps and then cooking and shit. And she's probably getting a check too from posting on social media. But then that nigga Esau cut her shit off, and now she all butthurt about it. But hey, like you just said, you getting them benefits taken from you. Cause y'all, it was really beneficial more so for the women, because the dude ain't never got a fucking handout. It's pretty much a middle finger for a man. You gotta figure it out. But now it's like like you said, it's affecting everyone, including these women, and that shows that even more so that how done this place is for the women to be feeling the pain, because they never did. They was always at ease.
Yep.
It was always a struggle for a man to get by, because it was never no handouts for men.
Yeah.
But women now, they in a predicament that the men always been in.
That's right.
All right, quick precept for you.
Mm-hmm.
This second here is 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah, and you see great miseries going on now. All right, ain't nobody having fun anymore. Ain't nobody living it up anymore, man. All right, the shit's bad. It says because many great like it says, many great miseries going to be done to them in the latter time. We in the latter times, man.
Yep.
All right. And these people been walking in great pride for the longest.
Yeah.
They've been talking a gang of shit in the comments, in person. When you're on the highways and hedges. All right. Just being proud, because you was used to that comfortable lifestyle, and now that shit is like a rug pull. That shit just got snatched under your feet. And now you don't even know what to do, because nobody's used to being in those hard situations. Jake always used to being at the bottom and struggling. That been the scoff.
Yeah.
Like, men, like pretty much more so the men, right? Because not the women. They always had someone there or benefits society set up. All right, but now it's affecting them. Now those benefits are being taken from you.
But you know what's funny, bro? Before this shit really just got started to get tight, because it's getting tight on them now.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of women, man, hitting social media said, "No, I want to live the soft life. I want to live the soft life."
Yep. So,
you know, turning from that feminism shit, turning from that you know what I mean? I can do what men do. You know what I mean? That whole I don't need a man. You know what I mean? If you don't bring nothing to the table, I ain't bringing nothing to the table. I am the table.
Yeah.
All that shit, talking all that proud shit. Yeah, certain women saying they want to live a soft life. They want to go back to living a soft life. Well, no, that ain't the case.
Yep.
You don't have that choice.
Nah, you gotta live that hard life now. You know, everybody gotta live it.
You got women, man. You know what I mean? Living out of their car, or taking showering and freshening up in the 24 or the Planet Fitness.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Elder Kazak said he was you know, he drive buses. He said he seen a woman he seen her at Walmart one time. You know, it was cool, black woman. Then she got on the bus. Seen her again. She got on the bus, and the stop that she got off on, the bitch lived there.
Damn.
You know, he was like, is this the new norm? That's what he called the video. Is this the new norm? But yeah, these hoes is through. They out. They done.
Yeah, they've been having it easy for the longest. You know, and then they literally don't. Which shows you, you know, all that shit they've been talking for the longest. You know about, you know, I don't need a man. I could do bad by myself. All those different movies and shit and quotes they like to say. Hey, look at you. You literally doing bad by yourself. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And who, you know what I mean? Who duped them? You know?
Yep.
Boy.
I'm gonna let dupe them just as, you know, men are, they're wired and their mind is structured through the music. You know what I mean? Well, Beyonce and them, IN, the independent, all my ladies, all that shit, that programming, look where that shit got you.
Yeah. Yep.
You know? You like it, put a ring on it. Now they single, lonely, broke, and through.
Yep. They trying to keep it going with the new ones they putting out there, but these, like you said, they through. That living that life is gonna catch up to you one way or another.
Yeah. Yep. That goes for men and women.
Yep. Yeah, because everybody's feeling it, like we've been saying, man. You know, dudes who was doing good at one point, they doing bad now. All right, the money ain't stretching the same like it used to, and a lot of jobs is getting cut. Jobs, they said that jobs is going to be there for people. Well, the numbers came out recently that this is the worst it's been with as far as the younger age group of people being not able to work. So like the brothers
mentioned, they all want to be streamers and TikTokers and content creators.
Yep.
And like you said, like you just mentioned with them selling the dream, that's another dream they sell people. Make you believe that you could be the next streamer, the next content creator.
Next Splash Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, let's be real. How many people are actually making money from doing that shit? If that was the case, every single person would be doing it.
Yep.
Right.
It's literally it's a special case, much like every realm of entertainment, whether athlete, whatever the case may be. It's a slim chance that you'll even get to breaking ground with that shit. But that's what
you gotta do to even break ground on top of that.
Yeah, that's what you really. In which I haven't watched it yet, but from what I've seen the trailer and shit, that movie, is it him?
Yeah.
It pretty much it shows you that there's a deeper, darker satanic ritual that takes place behind the closed doors that you have to serve Satan to get to a certain level of success in this society under this devil.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You know, so it's all a fraud. Well, that's the American dream.
Yep.
I can be, and then you got these false leaders and entertainers that egging you on. Oh yeah, you can do it. I was just like you. All you gotta do is just keep going and all that BS, man. This place is out of here. Meanwhile, you chasing waterfalls. You know.
Yep. Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay, I'll go back to 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 4 now. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief."
Yeah, we ain't in the darkness like these people, man. They don't have, like we've been going into, they don't have a clue of what's going on, man.
Yep.
All right, here it is. Like we've been mentioning everything. It's clear as day to see the path that America is headed on, and it's damn sure not America being great again.
Nah.
All right, this place is on its way to America being destroyed. That's the only thing that direction is headed to, and you people are going to be catching nothing but L's on the way there. You know, and that's what you see happening.
We'll tell you in the book of Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, that Most High said he will have healed Babylon.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, but he's not gonna heal it. How for it? Take balm for her pain. Ain't no healing for this. Ain't no healing for this place. It's on hospice. You know, Most High finna pull the plug on America.
Yeah. Esau just been selling the people a dream, making you believe that it's some way to save it and make it bounce back. It ain't no bouncing back. It's over with. Why you think they telling you that, but really they know what the fuck going on. They know that it ain't no saving it. That's why ultimately they trying to do that great reset, because you can't say this shit. You gotta just scrap it.
Yep.
Start over. And really, you know, that's ultimately what the Lord gonna do. All right, because Esau, he trying to do it on the left hand side. The Lord getting ready to do that on the right hand side, man. He gonna scrap all of this shit, and we gonna have that real great reset in righteousness, man.
That's right. Yeah, because a new world order is coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a new world order is coming, man. Just going to be in righteousness and not wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the natural, organic way, not this artificial shit Esau trying to push.
Yeah. Well, like it's saying, and I believe, 2 Thessalonians, he want to be like the Most High.
Yep.
So that's why he's trying to make the great reset, because that's what the Lord did. You know, when he flooded the earth with water, he already did a reset before. And now Esau trying to make his artificial reset on the left hand side, with him being on top, everybody under him. He be pretty much being like the Most High. He be able to call the shots. He know every last thing that you doing. You can't be everything's being seen that you do, your thoughts included. No, man, you ain't about to get to do that.
Yeah, and can't forget that he wants to bring the world's population down to 500 million.
Yeah, exactly. And why? What made him all of a sudden take down those Georgia Guidestones?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was literally what he wanted to do, and there was too much light being shed on it. Because they've been sitting there for the fucking longest, but then all of a sudden now people started attacking them, throwing paint on them, and destroying them. Come on, get out of here. Them shit's been there forever. Ain't nobody touch them, and then all of a sudden now people want to fuck with it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
It says, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we must keep our lamps trimmed, you know?
Yep. Come true.
That's why we must walk in the light, stay illuminated, man.
Yep.
You know, because, hey, man, the wiles of the devil, the darkness out here, you know, some of these snares set up out here really to catch the elect. This devil, he got everybody else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got these people, man. They're totally conformed, prepped and ready for the mark of the beast. They're totally conformed to the image. The only thing next for them is the mark.
Yep.
Straight. It says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Yeah, because these people are literally asleep, man.
Yep.
All right. You can see that and hear it in that conversation when you talk to these people. You know, your day-to-day walk, if you at work, your co-workers and shit. These people don't have a fucking clue what's going on. They're the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like the TV show. They literally the Walking Dead. Because they just walk into they just walk into their death, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they don't have a clue what's getting ready to happen. They don't have like that a worldly saying go, a man that doesn't stand for anything will fall for everything. And that's pretty much these people. They don't stand for anything. They don't have no principles, no morals, no belief in no true belief in a higher power. Because they'll sit here and say like, "Oh, I believe in the Bible. I'm a Christian." Like, no, nigga he don't really believe.
Well, that's why the book of Hebrews 4:12, you know, it is the discerner of the hearts and the intents of men. You know, because everybody could say they, you know, like the scriptures say, they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You know, and the fears of the Lord is pretty much taught by the precepts of men.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a false, you know, they have a false understanding of the Lord, and really they don't truly believe. When we get down to the nitty gritty, our people truly don't believe, and we notice that by what? By going to the scriptures. When we on the highways and hedges, I wouldn't advise you to just go out on your day-to-day walking up to random jakes or going to your family members and telling them, yeah, man, we Israelites, you supposed to be doing this and that. It's not, it's not gonna profit you.
Yeah, it's not expedient.
It's not expedient. The water, Yet when you see, the comment boards, or rather, the highways and hedges, our people come across us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You see their reaction and how they truly feel about the scriptures and about the Lord, about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They hate the Lord ultimately.
Well, just go to the Elder Manatazakba page.
You see?
The Most High put the spirit on him to be on TikTok. You know what I mean? And on TikTok, man, they pouring out their heart, just pouring out their heart, the hatred that they got for the Most High, the prophets. You know what I mean? Just the truth.
Yeah. Then they feel like that about us, but then these niggas don't have no type of feeling regarding everything else happening in the world. Like that's some bug out shit. So you can sit here and make videos talking about the Israelites, this and that. I came out of that, and all this other little BS they be making videos about, but ain't that nigga talking about the serious issues that's going on in the earth or in the world.
Right, all the children that go missing.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Or like we mentioned with what DJ T said, how the jazz this nigga been telling you to take is actually giving your children autism, or it's causing you to die. Nobody want to go into
the taxes coming out your fucking check.
Yeah. Nobody care about anything else. So showing you they just got demons on them, really.
Yep. I got this 2 Thessalonians 2. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall
Oh yeah, the wicked is being revealed, because there's also a spirit. You remember the cockeyed Jake who came to the camp about a month or so back? And that's why they so mad at us, because they see, you know what I mean? They see the men, the austerity, all right, but they see we not carnal though,
Mm-hmm.
So they want to get us to join their movement, which we not, But that's just because the wicked is just oppressing, man.
Yeah.
You know what? So he that smote the people with wrath with a continual stroke.
Yep.
So a lot of people, man, they fed up, man. They to the point where they're going, why is everybody so, you know what I mean, on the edge? Why are these people unhinged?
Yeah.
A lot of people are at their breaking point, man.
Yep.
That's right.
And it's being found out who the problem is. Why is TikTok, American TikTok, changed their algorithm to where you can't talk about the tiny tops, as they'll Swamba call them, the small hats.
Good.
He said, the people with the Doug funny nose. They'll Swamba, he's funny, he got gas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But no.
Some bass shit.
Well, like, why are they doing that? Because everybody knows, even their own know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Esau Edom, it's a division amongst Esau Edom. You know what I mean? Like, which I'm gonna let separate themselves from the rest of Edom. But your everyday Edomite, man, they got a problem with the 1948ers.
Well, remember back in the day, the regular Edomite, man, he hated everybody. He hated niggas. He said he hate kikes. You know what I mean? He hate sodomites.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? That hate coming. That's what the kikes is. That's why it's coming. That hate coming back. That hate coming right back, and that hatred, he already had it for us, but he got it. That hate is within your own nation, and particularly towards a specific tribe within Esau, Amalek.
Yeah, because he heaping up everything for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Amalek being the top tribe of Esau, Edom, you know what I mean? He ain't showing no love to the rest of the nation.
No, sir.
Right, when Judah get put back on top, man, the whole nation gonna be straight. The whole nation of Israel gonna shine.
Straight up.
Yep.
But Amalek, he don't give a fuck about his people. He don't give a fuck about himself.
Yep.
Nah.
Well, really, the whole world gonna be rejoicing when we back in power, because even though we gonna be ruling everybody, it's still gonna be done in righteousness, and it's gonna be in a better predicament than it is now.
Mm-hmm. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power in signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, and that's what he be using, man.
Yep.
Those signs and lying wonders, man. All right, being a crafty devil.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, when 2020 happened, what was he doing? Pushing it on the media nonstop. When this recent situation happened with the Esau getting took out by Edomite on Edomite crime, supposedly. It's what you see. Everything getting pushed on every news channel talking about the same fucking story, running it back every day, just pushing it on you. All right, same propaganda
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's like how many times do you have to retell the same fucking situation? We already heard that shit. Like, you ain't telling nothing new at this point, but they gonna keep on pushing it on you. All right, making it seem like that was a great loss for America. Somebody that was highly important, this and that.
Yeah, well, like the other corner I say, the nigga was a fucking debater.
Exactly.
Yeah, a great debater.
Debating freshmen in college.
Yep.
Yeah, bug out.
Idiots.
Liberal freshmen in college.
That's what that nigga from Fresh and Fit be doing. Going to college
Yeah,
and
he
just make
sure do.
people look stupid.
Myron. Yep.
There ain't nothing special.
Yep. Like the elder Gaz said, man. You just debating retards. That ain't nothing.
Exactly.
Anybody with a logical brain can do that. It ain't that hard to debate a Babylonian.
Especially the modern day Babylonian.
Especially
they bugged
a
out.
so-called college-educated Babylonian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you debate somebody who can't tell you what a woman is.
Oh man,
And that's crazy.
Yep. You might as well close the book right there. We'll close the debate. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Mm-hmm.
Which is talking about the 2/3.
Yep.
You know, they're getting caught up in all this deception.
Yep.
Everything that Esau's spewing out, they eating it up. Well, like we keep referring to, it's a beautiful reference. Gonna refer to it every time. And when the Spirit refresh Jake's memory on it, 2020. Everybody was running, lending their arm left and right. They were scared of the latest boogeyman, the C-19. You know, we gotta comply. We gotta listen. Who was coming out with all these? I forgot what they would call it. It wasn't like law mandates. You know, these different terms and different scenarios that Esau pressed out to bring fear upon the people, so that he can
them astronomical numbers too.
Yep.
Concerning people being unalive.
Yeah, and them fake bodies too. You know, all that deceit that he pressed out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on his fluff news that these people ate up, man. They fed right into it. So how much more? And this devil is only getting more crafty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how much more when it comes to when he actually presses out this C-hip, man?
Yep. Well, for that same verse in the NLT, it say he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. And that's literally.
I was just thinking when you said that, how much more when he come with the Quran? When he gonna come with the whole kitchen sink?
He got
Can you read that again, bro?
He got to.
It says he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction.
Man, every type of evil deception, so much that he would deceive the very elect, but it's not possible.
Yep.
You know, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, but he coming with all the deception, man, all the trickery.
Yep, he has to. This is the last hoorah.
Exactly.
You know, and things are gonna be so bad. Like you said, he got everything, every last trick he pulling out everything, cause like things are so bad. This is like his last go.
That's it, man.
And people they already believe in the little bit of the BS that he be throwing out there with the deception.
Yeah, these so-called mass random shootings.
Yeah.
A new plague is running rampant.
The science.
Mm-hmm.
These, like you said, those crazy numbers they be pushing out with how many people was unalived and all this and that. So how much more when he's actually trying to push the final agenda, which is that Great Reset, ultimately that MOTB system.
Yep.
He gonna, like the brother said, he gonna go crazy. Everything.
He ain't gonna straight up tell you, oh yeah, this is the MARK that's written in the book of Revelation. No, man, he's gonna come with deception. He gonna deceive it. He gonna deceive you into receiving it.
Well, by that point,
Yep.
this nigga gonna have majority control. Like you ain't gonna have no freedom of speech because they already trying to get rid of that now. But yeah, the censorship gonna be even more on a higher level at that point.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why that's part of that nigga deception too.
Yep.
Controlling the narrative.
Mhm.
Anybody that gainsay it, you gonna be an enemy. All right. So he basically already prepared a deception. You know he's doing it, and he's getting ready to just roll out everything, man. As well as rolling on the people who not with it, who still ain't gonna agree, who don't want to fall under that deception.
But that's Revelation 12:12, man. Because time is ticking. Well, we're going into it, the end of all things. He knows this.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And that's why he gonna stop, playing around with you people, more specifically you Israelites, you Jakes. And he just gonna just like the apostle always say, the apostle to heart, namely, he gonna show his horns, man. He gonna show you that he's truly the devil.
Yep.
You know? It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
And you people are strongly under a heavy delusion.
Hell.
For you to believe all the BS that Esau be pushing.
After all these years, after the history we got with this devil, man.
Yeah, and even his own mouth. Like he come out later down the line, oh, this, by the way, if you use this product 5 years, 10 years ago, you may be part of a lawsuit.
Yeah.
If you suffer from these side effects, this, and that. He always come back and tell you later down the line, what I told you to take was bad for you, but go ahead and take it anyway. Oh, I got something new. This is a new thing I made. It's better than that other stuff. And then you people just fall for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with 2020, the prime example.
That's right.
This nigga literally told you in your face, we haven't tested this, but we believe this is good for you.
It was DJ Trump. He said he started Operation Warp Speed.
Mm-hmm.
They just like, man, hurry up and just make the shit so we can get it out to the people. Fuck the test, fuck if it worked, whatever, man. Just pump it. You know, and you people took it. You went for boost. You know.
Yeah, and now the same dude, all of a sudden he care about like your infants now. You know, he coming out telling you, oh, that jab cocktail they try to give to your kid when it's first born isn't good. It causes autism. You shouldn't be doing that to a kid. Now you care all of a sudden. Like, nigga, you been doing what was up, but now you want to speak about it. But that's how the devil works. He'll sit here and act like he's on your side, tell you little bits and pieces of shit. But at the same time, this nigga, he with the, he with the shit. He on their side.
Yep.
On the side I'm talking about is the small hats.
Yep. Well, that's why scriptures like Sirach 12 and 10 already.
Yep. Straight up. Hey, but that's the thing. Our people are what did it say? It says because they receive not the love of the truth. We showing you the ultimate love through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We telling you the truth. Mm-hmm. Am I there for your enemy because I tell you the truth? Hey, know your enemy. Esau the devil. Esau Edom the devil. These heathen nations, and never trust our enemy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but hey, Jake wanna learn the hard way.
Yep.
It says verse 12 that they all might be damned who believe not the truth. See, you gonna be condemned.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it says in Isaiah, they shall damn. Let me grab it real quick. I don't want to butcher it. I think it's Isaiah the 30th. Like, let me see real quick. Yep. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. The point in verse 2. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And the rebellious children is talking about you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says that take counsel, but not of me, that they and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, which this is the modern day Egypt, Babylon the Great, which Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, in which our people wholeheartedly believe and put their trust in. You know, hey, they put everything into. They take him for face value.
Yep.
Anything he say is valid. But they'll question Jake, even though we're going to the scriptures, the same Bible that you claim to believe and you live by. You know, no, they don't mean that. Or, y'all, man, that was a white man's book, but you listening to the white man.
Yep.
And he ain't even coming out of the book. Verse 3, this is the point. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a shame and confusion. You over here listening to the goddamn devil.
Mm-hmm.
And here he been showing you his true colors time and time again, but you know, our people got Stockholm syndrome. You like a chick that's in an abusive relationship doesn't want to leave the relationship. And that's our people, you know, as a whole. Esau been abusing you.
She think that's love.
Uh-huh.
I said she think that's love, you know?
Yep. It's the same thing with our people. You still trying to seek that validation and that love from the so-called white man when he just sitting here just fucking you up every time you keep coming back to him. And you like to have it that way. We telling you that it's something greater. If you just stop leaning upon this devil, lean upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But our people don't want that. Because you used to those handouts, that instant gratification.
Yep. And also that, you know, that takes faith. Esau's carnal.
Yep.
It's right in their face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes faith to lean upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes nothing to lean upon the wicked, the devil.
Yep.
That's right, man. I'll go back to this, unless Jake had anything else.
So we get ready to wrap it up, though.
Yeah. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 12 once again. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure.
Yeah, well, what it saying, St. John the 3rd chapter? You know, he that believeth not on Hamashiach Yahushua is condemned already.
That's right.
You know, well, Yahushua is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the Most High, you have to be appointed to receive Hamashiach Yahushua.
Well, he's the light.
He predestined for. Salak, what you say, bro?
I'm sorry. He's the light.
That's it.
You know?
But men love darkness rather than light.
Yeah, good. That's right. It says, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And that's why Jake's going to take the Sia, because they love this world.
Mm-hmm.
They love the wickedness. They love sodomites. They love adultery. They love idolatry. They love eating abominable food. They just love, they love being abominations themselves. Jake don't have no problem with this place. That's the only reason why Jake is, you know, crying out and, you know, this, that, and the third, because things aren't going their way within this wicked ass kingdom. You know, things are affecting them. They're not crying out because true wickedness is occurring within Babylon the Great and just around the world. They crying because their lives are being affected. They can't do the things that they want to do.
Yep.
That they used to doing.
It's hitting home.
Yeah. Yep.
But we're going back to, like you said, 2020, man, when the Spirit put on us, we're gonna bring that up.
All the time.
Man, a lot of people went down there and took that jab for the simple fact that they want to go back outside. Like, how fucking childish is that?
Straight up.
Sit your ass down, man.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, so it ain't gonna take much for a nigga to fold.
Nah.
Yep.
That's right. It says, but we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sin.
From the beginning.
That's right. It's all about predestination, really.
And you don't choose it. You are chosen.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't something that you choose to do. It's something that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have chosen you to do.
Yep. It's another thing that the wacky tucky Christians got wrong.
Straight up. That's right. It says, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
That's what the scripture says. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
It says, whereunto he called you by our gospel, because it's only the good news unto a select few.
Yep.
Which is the elect.
Yeah.
It's bad news to a nigga. We bring this out, the videos, we at camp holding up the signs and everything. Niggas be mad as hell. When we just, hey man, this place about to be destroyed. You know, hey, this society's wicked. The Most High is not with this place. You better repent and get right, or you gonna be destroyed right along with this place. Jake be mad as hell. Hey, pretty much don't kill my vibe. You know? It says, whereunto he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or epistle.
Yeah, you gotta stand fast, man, and hold on to the things that you've been taught, because you gotta hold on to this thing for like it is your for dear life, really, because this is the only hope that we have.
For sure.
You know, because ain't no way you can be able to physically deliver yourself from the things getting ready to take place on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You need divine intervention.
Yeah, that's right. It says now you got it, bro.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that's right.
Oh, okay. It says, now our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach himself, and Yahweh, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good work. Comfort your hearts.
Well, it said through grace, right?
Yep.
Yep, and that's what we saved by, grace.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, grace means favor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the favor of the Lord, man, to bring us out of darkness, man. You know, that's grace, that's mercy.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
We could be just like these people, bro.
That's terrifying.
Going. You know, not knowing what's to come. Like, these people don't have a fucking clue.
No.
Yeah, literally lost.
No. It says, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work. You know? So this is the comforter, man. This is what keeps us going, keeps us hopeful, keeps us faithful. You know, seeing the prophecies come to pass, staying upon our watch, you know, praying as always. You know, utilizing the tools that we have, man, and like the scriptures say, holding fast to what we have. All right, because hey, like the brother opened up, man. The end of all things is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, but this is not the end for us. You know, this is just the end of this society, and this is what we're looking forward to, really. In order for the kingdom to be established, these things must come to pass, man. Really, all the prophets of old was looking for this day. You know?
Yeah. It's really the beginning, man. We lay hold on eternal life.
That's right, man. Yeah. You know? But that was pretty much it on that. You know, unless
well, I got one more.
Right,
I got one more, you know.
Heck yeah.
This Jason know this one. Isaiah 33:6.
Yeah.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, is his treasure.
Damn.
Yep.
There you go.
That's the only thing that's going to really keep you stable and keeping you stable right now.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people are already losing it now because they're literally losing everything. All right. How much more so as the time goes on and things get worse. All right, because this is the only thing that's keeping the men of the Lord stable. There's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So, like the brothers was mentioning, imagine you in the world. You know, things just getting worse and worse.
They call it the time that we in right now. They calling it crash out season.
Yeah. And that's literally what it is. If you see how these people are taking it, the hell that's increasing upon the earth, the way that they reacting to that is like you said, they're crashing out because they don't know how to handle it.
Yep.
And they don't have any hope. They don't have nothing to keep them stable because the things that was keeping them stable was things that was to help them with escapism, to escape from reality, and they're losing those things. So now you have to deal with reality, and you can't deal. All right, so you crashing out. But the ones who believe on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what's keeping us stable in these times and in the times to come.
Yep. See, because with these these people use to as comfort, it's all fading away. What we've been using as comfort, it's only you know, more intensified for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's right. It's only getting stronger, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Making us more and more confident.
Hell
These people, man, you know what I mean? They in a state of perplexity, man. We in a state of surety.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, everything that's written is faithful and true. It's coming to pass. These
Yeah,
people.
we have a more sure word of prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's right, man.
Yeah. Well, y'all can close it out.
Yeah, man. So, hopefully this was edifying unto the body, the hopeful elect out there. You know, we have like it says in Acts 14 and 22. You know, we're gonna have to go through it as a child of our faith. Yet, you know, the Lord is gonna you know, protect and ultimately deliver His faithful elect, His faithful servants, man. And we have nothing but good to come, man. You know, this is what we've been looking forward to. We've been speaking about. You know, we've been waiting upon. You know, exercising patience. You know, and it's actually manifesting, man. You know, like we always say, well, you know, Manadazak always bring out, you know, we're one day closer, man. That's all this indicate. We're that much closer. You know, so hold fast, you know. And hey, man, we almost out of here. We're going to close it once again, giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem,
Rakakodash.
You know, into the next lesson, we want to say Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.